Hello, babies.
You had a Native American seance in a church?
Oh, no, it wasn't Native Americans. It was the Indians, the one with the...
Oh, I see. Oh, so you're confusing and combining.
How dare you?
Ja.
Yeah, got it. So yeah, we've gone full Simple Minds right from the get-go on this cold open.
Excellent.
So what do you say we start the show? The Simple Minds Sports Show, the latest and greatest in New England sports. We'll start off with some opening takes. And Bobby, I think it's been a minute since you've kicked off the show. So why don't you go ahead? We got blind opening takes tonight. We've not discussed
Certainly.
this, so go ahead.
In the NBA playoffs, I think we have one interesting theme happening: the return of the big man. The teams that are succeeding in the NBA currently have the best centers, Jokic and Embiid. They're playing through them. They're clearly the best players on the team. The teams that have been playing traditional small ball they're kind of struggling now. And you could even say Anthony Davis with the Lakers. He's kind of the predominant big man. The Knicks Heat series, neither of them really play that, but could it be a potential swing in how the NBA's played? You know, they play the inside out where they're either going to shoot dunks, layups, or threes, and they're facilitating the ball and getting the easy twos and helping pass for open threes. So it's an interesting change as to how basketball is being played.
What an interesting take. Way to swing things into the intelligent spectrum as we continue the Simple Mind Sports Show. Ray, why don't you dumb that down a little bit with your opening take?
Thank you. First, there's two parts to my opening take. One, prayers up for the young king, Hezbollah, who has been arrested over in Dagestan. We'll be talking about this a little later on, but we're talking politics. It's a no-no, but, I mean, when the king gets arrested for just driving his mobile car around in Dagestan, sons of bitches, I mean, prayers up. Hopefully the young king survives. And second part of my thing is, how dare you, Robert, not know who the fuck has
all right, save it
I
save
don't know
it
who
for
that little troll
save
is,
it for
okay?
later,
I can't
save
know
it for
every
later,
little fucking
boys.
dweeb that's on the internet, okay?
Simplest Minds of the
fucking
week
time.
is at the end of the show. Thank you very much.
Right. I don't know what your damn problem is with me, Ray, today, but if you want it, I'm here.
I'll tell you what, I'll do just a combination to get this show rolling here. I'll give you Celtics right off the bat. Jaylen Brown, second team All NBA, something that Celtics and fans have kudos Jaylen, and also thank you Ja. Saying thank you Ja, who just shit away $37 million because you're an asshole. Now both Tatum also made first team NBA. Both these guys are eligible for Supermaxes. We can get into it down the line, but a question has been raised as whether they should or whether they will pay them. The Celtics whether they pay Jaylen Brown. This is not a question. You've got two of the top 15 players in the NBA. Pay these fucking guys their money. Pay that man his money. We'll get into that. And just a little Patriots. Last time we talked about the Patriots is specifically the draft, so I want to get back into the program a little bit more. And also, we had some breaking news today from one Mr. Kraft that we can touch on as well. Opening day at Foxborough is going to be a little bit more special this year, so we can touch on that as well. We'll be talking about the Celtics boofing it in Game 5, Game 6, as we currently record. They're up 11, 37-26. In Philadelphia, so we'll talk about that series. We'll get back to the Supermax conversation. Patriots Mailbag. I got a couple conversation starters, but you guys bring whatever you want to this conversation. Did you know? A brand new segment. Did you know? A little trivia segment here coming up. Are the Red Sox good? Would you rather? And Simplest Minds of the Week. That's the show today. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show. Friday Rewind, May 12th.
Happy Mother's Day.
To your mothers.
To your mothers. All your mothers.
All your mothers. My mother?
Show always supports the mothers, so let's not forget that.
My mother?
They say that we are like Zach Wilson in a way, that we all are motherfuckers on this show.
More ways than one.
Yep.
Props up, Irene. W Energy Drink is where you want to go to get your hops up if you're going to visit us on Tuesdays. That's w.gg. Get your drinks, get your gummies, get your shakes, whatever you're looking for, whatever you look for a little extra pep in your step, you want to go to w.gg and you want to type in promo code Simple Minds. That's Simple Minds, like the three of us motherfuckers. Simple Minds for 15% off your total order. All right, it's w.gg. All right, boys, let's start Celtics. I got the game on behind me. I also got the game on in front of me. It is an important game. And the Celtics have, let's just start with where they're at. We're in the second quarter, 7 minutes into the second quarter. Sorry, 7 minutes left. They've come to play. It's just very fucking frustrating.
Al Horford cannot really be on the floor. He's not playing particularly well, and considering he couldn't make a shot the last game, but I don't know who they replace him with.
Grant Williams.
I know
that's an easy sub.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this though.
Score.
Look, I think Al Horford was a little bit exposed, in certain parts of this series. Obviously, Game 5 was evident, both offensively and defensively. But I don't know. He's a centering point of their offense. If he can just deliver a couple buckets. I'm just watching now. I'm a little bit distracted. I'll stop watching here so we can do the show. The Celtics are imposing their fucking will. Whether Al Horford is old or not, they're imposing their will because they're the better team. If they just could do this in Game 1 and Game 5, the series would be over. But yet we still are left with this goddamn inability to sack up unless you're up against the wall. When it takes an extra level of leadership or an extra level of gamesmanship, whatever it might be, this team continuously falls short until their backs up against the wall, and then their talent takes over and they win. It's like, it's really fucking frustrating to watch. That's why I deemed I hate this team months ago on this show. I hate them.
I know we're talking about Game 5, but Game 4 was more frustrating for me because Jaylen Brown was cooking the first 2 quarters and Jason Tatum was not. And yet we go into the second half and poof, Jaylen Brown just disappears and all the takes go to Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Grant Williams, you name them, other than Jaylen Brown. I don't know what the direction is where Joe Mazzulla is going, but if someone's hot, you just ride that hot hand as long as you can. And if Tatum's not doing it, make him do other things on the court, facilitate the ball, get the rebounds, get the assist that you need to. But I mean, when Jalen's cooking, let this man cook, boys. Like, I don't understand what the fuck Joe Mazzulla is doing on this team.
Bobby,
his main problem is they can't ever come up with the correct defensive game plan. The Celtics have scored enough points to win every game, but they've had a couple games where they've just
nay, Bobby. They have not scored enough points to win every game.
You son of a bitch.
They've lost 3 of them. So they can't.
I'm aware that they've lost the 3 games.
Ray chose violence against Vine today.
They put up enough points to win a game, but however, defensively, they shit the bed. Okay, that was the greater point. If you would have listened to the entire thing,
dude wears one collar with no sleeves. He turns into a bigger cunt than he usually is.
Unbelievable. Well, the problem is he actually was in church and had some time to contemplate his life instead of doing whatever the fuck he normally does all day. So now he's here with all these great ideas.
Change the scenery, baby. Doesn't change anything. Still contemplating my life.
You got a glimpse of light at your actual the possibility of what you could be. Your potential was seen, and you're trying to reach it today. Yeah, good for you, baby. Jesus is nectar. Mm-hmm. We can go a lot of places with this. Here's the thing that's been really chapping my ass lately. Ray, you can back me up on this. I have been the biggest Jason Tatum critic that there is. I've been on this guy for years. I've been on him and what he needs to do and step up his game. I'm going to tell you this right now. This entire playoffs, minus the 7-point Game 2 dud in which the team won, he got into foul trouble early. He's been the best player, certainly for the Celtics, but marginally on both sides of the ball most of the playoffs. He's been exactly what he needs to be. A distributor at times. He's in double digits in rebounds. He's scoring when he needs to score. He's not shooting well, but he's changed up his game to get to the rim. He shot 12 free throws, I think, in game 5. He was the only reason they were in that game. The Celtics shot like shit, every single one of them, except for him and Smart, and Brown to an extent. Jason Tatum should be getting no hate, should be getting no slack from this playoff run whatsoever. The dude has done what he needs to do. And that's a lot coming from me because I think he needs to be he needs to be at another level. And he could certainly take it to another level. We've seen him do it. We saw it do it last year in Game 6 in Milwaukee. It looks like tonight, as they're up 14, he may not need to. But it was just nice to see. Game 5, they were getting their asses kicked, and I saw a different side of Tatum. It looked like he was trying to impose his will, his gumption on a game that his team needed him to, and he was actually coming through. So I got no problem with Tatum. I don't know if you guys feel the same way.
No, I agree. I don't think Tatum's been the problem. No.
Okay, so let me switch gears to this and all these fucking cucks on the Twitter and the socials talking about Jaylen Brown, and to you a little bit of an extent there, Ray. Jaylen Brown in these playoffs, in most playoffs, frankly, is exposed. Not as a bad player, but as a one-dimensional offensive player. When Jaylen Brown gets the ball, it's the Jaylen Brown show. He's not a distributor. He can score. He can get to the bucket. He's electric in transition. And when his three's on, he's a good shooter, but he's not a great shooter. He's an average free throw shooter. He's been exposed as a one-dimensional offensive player. When he gets the ball, look out. Pick and roll, give him some space, let him try and score. But that's it. So when people are complaining about touches for Jaylen Brown, the fucking offense stalls when he gets the ball. So you can't put the ball in his hands all the time. You just can't.
His role should be to guard the other team's best perimeter player, shoot threes and slash. And that's it. He shouldn't do anything else. He should play that role, but he plays this pseudo Tatum role where they kind of switch who's the guy.
Yeah, and that's right. And when he's asked to do a little bit too much, look, he's improved his game every single year he's been in the league. To say that he cannot be that player would be overstating it, but you already have that. You have multiple. You have Tatum, Smart, Brogdon, White. All those guys can be distributors. The offense has to continue to run through Tatum. I guess my greater point here is just stop bitching about Brown not getting the ball enough. If Brown got the ball as much as Tatum, and if Brown got the defensive assignments from the other team that Tatum got, Jaylen Brown would not be an All-NBA. He's benefiting from being a teammate of Jason Tatum. That's a fact. He's just not as good of a player. Or defensively, he's not as good of a player. Jason Tatum has imposed as well defensively as well. He's averaging like 2 blocks. So,
who's Tatum guarding on this Sixers team?
Embiid?
But can I take this full circle real quick? Because
what do you want to say, that Jaylen Brown guarded Harden? Didn't Harden go off for points in 2 of these games?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want to give Jaylen Brown credit for defensively for Game 5? They got torched.
No, I agree. I agree, but I want to go full circle. You say Jaylen Brown's a one-trick pony. He's one-dimensional in the playoffs. Obviously, he just does the same thing over and over. But in your opening take, you said he's going to get a supermax or NBA second team. He could get the supermax. Would you pay him if he's only this one-trick pony?
Yes, I'm not. He's not a one-trick pony. He's a one-dimensional offensive player. He's a scorer. Sorry. He's not a distributor. Bobby put it in a great way. Like, know your role, and I think he does. I think my problem is just with everybody else, not with Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, and also if you're going to pay the guy, if you're not going to pay them, then what else are you going to do? You have to either get somebody equally as good or better, and you're probably not going to be able to do that.
No, you won't. Yeah.
No, yeah. So save that thought for a little bit. I want to do the Supermax in a second. I just want to go to who are we blaming for Bobby? Game 5, and inevitably, if
Bobby,
you
go ahead, Bobby. Nope, stop, Richard. Bobby, go ahead.
That little rat-faced Joe Mazzulla. Him.
Enough said.
It's his fucking fault. He sucks. He doesn't know how to coach defense. Like, literally, it took him to Game 6 to make one fucking change. In Game 5, literally, let me tell you what the 76ers offensive plan was. Joel, when you get the ball, either shoot it immediately or pass to Maxey. Okay, James, don't fucking shoot. Just dribble towards and then dish out. And then Tobias Harris, you're allowed to shoot. Everybody else, don't fucking shoot, especially you, PJ Tucker. That was the game plan.
It was really frustrating to watch. It was really frustrating to watch them continue to try to go to Al Horford. And even it was the second quarter. I remember it specifically because I was taking mental notes. Robert Williams got in there, and who's not known as a great on-ball defender, certainly not against a guy like Embiid, but he did better than friggin' Horford was doing in that game. And let's give Horford his credit. He had 4 blocks against him in whatever it was, game 3 or whatever, the overtime game. What game was the overtime game? 4? 3?
4.
4. So Horford has had his moments for sure. I love me some Al Horford, but Robert Williams proved himself. And maybe it takes Mazzulla a night because he's inexperienced. He can't see it on the floor. He can't see it. But how many times does Harden and Embiid have to run the John Stockton pick and roll, pick and pop, and wide open shots for either Embiid usually, or even if they crash, then Maxi's open and got 30 points in that game 5. Yeah. So Mazzulla's certainly on the list. He's certainly inexperienced. It's showing through. His colors are shining brightly, but let's not let the players off the hook. There was no defensive intensity. There was no resistance to start that game.
No fight. No nothing.
Everybody except for Tatum and Smart, in my opinion, started to fucking hang their head. And, and this is the one trick pony thing to Jaylen Brown. It's like when he tries to be the guy to kind of get him back in, he just puts his shoulders down and drives into the lane and tries to get a foul. And that's not always what does it. It's not always what's needed. And then the rest of the guys just didn't show up.
It's a different thing. You can do that in the regular season, get away with it.
How don't you bring up game 4, though? How don't you guys bring up game 4 when you didn't call timeout at the end of the fourth quarter when we were had a chance to take the win the game? It was like 30 seconds left, no timeout. He trusted his team to go, and then they blew that shot. And then in overtime, same thing. After that big 3-pointer, didn't call a timeout again because he's trying to. The commentators kept saying, he trusts his team to make the right decision.
I just assume he doesn't know how to draw up a play on the spot. I think that's pretty fucking clear.
It's starting to feel like that, isn't it?
Yeah, he has no confidence to draw up a set.
It's scapegoating his players a little bit, and that's the skeptics' view. Here's we've chatted about this on the text chain a little bit. So at the end of the fourth quarter, look, results speak for themselves. Tatum drew all the defense, got Marcus Smart a wide open shot. He just hit 2 possessions before, and he barely front rimmed it. Like, you're gonna argue with the results? I can't. In overtime, here's what I'll tell you: you just had that exact situation 5 minutes before. A little bit different. You're actually down. You're down a point now in overtime. You were tied in regulation. When you're down a point, it's way different than when you're tied. You have to extend the game. You have to push the game forward. You have to turn that 16 seconds and do 3 possessions for you through timeouts and through ball management and through time. And that's where he fucked up. Overtime's where he fucked up. That, and also not getting Marcus Smart off the court when you need an offensive bucket. Call a timeout. Let's see, Derek White or Peyton Pritchard or someone who can shoot, because the off-ball defender is crashing on Jason Tatum, and it's constantly Marcus Smart's guy because they know he can't shoot. That's why Jaylen Brown never gets the ball, because they double Tatum, they double the off-ball to Jaylen, and who's left open? Marcus Smart. So, yes, for those 2 reasons, he absolutely should have called timeout in overtime. And if you want to extend that to the fourth quarter, fine, but they were tied. So it's a little bit different.
I agree with that. That's a good point.
He did come out and say, I should have called timeout in overtime. So
yes, everyone was bashing him about it.
I'll give him. He's made adjustments through the season. We'll give him credit. We'll see if it comes up again. It certainly is bound to. Whether the Sixers make a comeback here in this game, or you got Game 7 at home, which the Celtics are like 3-7 or something in playoff home games. Last 10 games or something really bad like that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Okay. Let's just quickly jump into the Supermax. Jaylen Brown is now set next year, or they can offer it to him this year, but 5-year, $295 million extension. Tatum would have to wait to the next year to get a 5-year, $318 million extension. Should they pay Brown? Will they pay Brown? Will Brown stay? Raymond.
Question for you real quick. If he doesn't take it from the Celtics, what is the price differential?
189 or something.
You'd be
So
a dumb
like $100 million?
motherfucker to not
Yeah.
take that goddamn money. Sign it.
Not a single NBA player has turned down the Supermax since it's been invented, whatever it was, 6 years ago or something.
They would, you know why? Because they take it and then play it for a year and say, I want out. See you later.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then
Then you force
go to
your
your
way out
team.
later. Oh,
So,
yeah.
yes, that's what I see happening. He will sign it. He will stay here for a year,
Yeah.
maybe 2, and that's it.
Yeah.
See you fucking
And he'll call
later.
Ime and be like, so what did you do to get out of here? Oh, that's easy. I can do that.
Done.
I'll take that. I mean, 3 years, because that's what it would be if Jaylen Brown takes an extension. The Supermax comes with 1 year of no trade, so he can't force his way out. Player in the team can't trade him. So that would be 3 years. You give me 3 more years with Tatum and Brown. Fucking, I'm in.
Yeah.
Whether he forces his way out or not. If he forces his way out, that means things are bad, and he probably should. And if he doesn't, that means things are good. Should they pay him? Is he worth it?
Yeah.
Top 15 player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Again, because there's no other way to get an asset of equal value. Unless you could trade for it and somebody wants to give you a player that's equal.
There's not many players that I would take in return for Jaylen Brown.
No, we've done this before, but
it's a small list.
There's a very small list.
Colin Cowherd proposed Jordan Poole and Wiggins for Brogdon and Brown.
Yeah. Nope.
Pass.
Like there also needs to be 2 first-round picks coming to the Celtics in that deal, I think.
Yeah, but the Golden State would be great. You'd be getting a 30th pick.
Yeah, they would need to get I would think an all-star 4, an all-star big forward, somebody that's 6'10" that doesn't have redundant skills to Tatum.
Yeah, that's where my mind's been at. If so, here's the next question: does Brown sign it? Does Brown stay?
Yeah,
I mean, if it's $100 million difference, I mean that's crazy.
The money would suggest that he's going to stay. If for whatever reason his principles or whatever else comes into play, or maybe he just really wants to go, bang some hookers in Houston with Ime. Then yeah, I look to, if you're going to trade him, then I'm not looking for Jaylen Brown in return. I'm looking for somebody that's playing in a different role position. A big guy would be ideal.
I'd go with a true point guard.
Point guards don't win championships unless your name's Curry.
They just don't.
They just
you don't
don't
think
get
a pudgy doughboy, as in Luka Doncic, could help win this championship here?
Oh, I'd take Luka.
No.
You don't want Luka?
No, he's literally gaining weight as we speak right now. It's the off season. Do you think that he's training? No, literally what he's doing is just ingesting 800-pound IPAs at this very moment.
Luka would be the next great white hope of Boston.
I mean, maybe if he plays power forward, then fine, maybe.
Here's the reason why I like Luka is because he can hit the shot at the end of the game that Tatum can't.
Yeah,
that's why I like Luka.
No, that's what Jimmy Butler's here to do.
Okay, still working on that. All right, that was a lot of Celtics talk. As we're speaking, they've lost the lead going into overtime. Ray, what's the current score?
No, they didn't. 50-43.
Yeah,
Celtics.
So they're up 7. They were up 14. So
you said they lost the lead.
They've blown a 14-point lead and cut it down to 7 going into halftime. That's not how you want to end a quarter.
Half
in an elimination game. Thank you. No. Speaking of ending halves, let's throw it over to you.
Quick Celtics update. After Game 6, the unthinkable has happened. The Celtics have come back and forced a Game 7 at home. It's actually not very unthinkable. It's very predictable. This team makes it as hard as possible for anything that they look to do, any achievement they look to accomplish. They went in there and didn't play their best game, kind of played like shit, but defensively showed up. Robert Williams got the start, was a major difference in the pick and roll defense against Embiid and Harden. 76ers didn't shoot the lights out for the first time in 2 games. That helped. And Jason Tatum was playing one of the worst games of his career, certainly his playoff career, to the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, where he carried 13 points to put the team on his shoulders and carry them to victory. I'll repeat what I said last night when we recorded about Jason Tatum. The dude's showing up. and he's grown before our eyes. He's grown a set of nuts that we didn't think he would have. Didn't think Dookie grew him down there, the Dookies. But to shoot as poorly as it, play as poorly as he did for 3.5 quarters, then come out with that big performance, 13 points in the fourth quarter, and a couple dagger threes. What more do you want from your superstar? What more do you want? So Game 7 on Sunday, depending on the Lakers' outcome, will be 3:30 or 8 p.m. The Sixers are reeling. Doc Rivers is already making more excuses. Embiid is bitching about knocking the ball in the final 4 minutes. It's a battle of two teams that feel like they don't want to win at this point. But hopefully the Celtics can take the momentum, and the Garden should be rocking on Sunday. And we'll see if they can carry it over and get to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they belong. Would be such an underachievement for them to blow this Game 7. We've already had a Game 7 loss in the Garden within the month. We don't need another one. Strap up, Tatum. Let's start off strong next game, shall we? That's your Game 6 recap. Celtics, 76ers.
Headlines with the obvious one.
Thank you, Richard. And this one's going to be a short one because there's not a lot. But the Celtics dropped games 4 and 5 to the 76ers and are on a must-win game tonight as we record. As we just said, 50-43 at halftime in Philadelphia. Red Sox beat the Braves 5-2, and Kenley Jensen got his 400th save in the process, joining the exclusive 400 save club that only 7 pitchers are a part of. And finally, the NFL schedule is released today, and the Patriots will have a guest of honor week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles for their home opener, the GOAT, Tom Brady. This has been Headlines. Back to you there, Richard.
Thank you, Raymond. That's right, Tom Brady. Tom fucking Brady. Let's do a little Patriots mailbag, if you would. I had a couple subjects here we can go on, but let's start with the Brady news. Robert Kraft slurred his way through the I think it was NFL Network this morning that he was on.
That was bad.
God damn, that
a lot
dude's
of dumb shit in that.
He can't talk.
He's old.
But he did announce that Brady would be in the stadium for their home opener against the NFC reigning champion Philadelphia Eagles to celebrate him. That's basically where it ended, right? They didn't say they were going to
be. There's 20 years of celebration for this man who's done everything for Gillette. There's been 100 years of NFL, and Tom Brady's been a champion for 20% of the seasons or something like that. And he's going to.
Yeah, but he didn't say that they were going to retire his number or do anything like that. But he did say that there would be multiple celebrations.
Yes.
Yeah, he indicated this was only the first.
God, what do you think about that?
Love it. You can't sell tickets with
such
Mac
a
Jones.
fucking snip snapper on this, Ray.
Can't sell jerseys with Mac Jones. Can't sell tickets, but bring back Brady. You know that fucking opening game is going to be. Everyone will be there. That stadium will be packed. Standing room. The fucking new video scoreboard is going to be unveiled. Oh man, what a way to do it with fucking Tom Brady on there. And then you're going to see a shitty performance, and the Eagles are going to stomp down our fucking throats.
Yeah, I mean, they could have picked a game where the Patriots could have potentially won because
there's not a lot of those, Bobby. There's not a lot of those.
Well, against the Eagles isn't one of them.
No,
but I mean, I don't know. Whatever with Brady, yeah. I mean, it's obviously going to happen, but like, I don't want to sit here all year and just watch them like dick ride Brady like every month. Like
I do.
I don't want to watch that. Like I don't want it. Like I'm like over Brady. I'm over it. Like he left. Like that was 3 years ago. Like I love the guy, but like I don't want to I'm not looking to relive it.
No,
I am.
The more that I think about when I first heard it, I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, because there was never a real proper send off for Brady. The Titans game, pick 6 to end his career. No one knew if he was coming back or not. Everyone, playoff game ending. And then when he came back with Tampa, they booed him, which was great. And that was a semi goodbye, not really. So to have an immersive, thank you, 60,000 people strong. Thanks, Brady. It's gonna be a moment. It's gonna be a really cool moment. 100%. But the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If you want that moment, do the whole thing. Retire the jersey, like bring all of his bring all of his teammates out, like make it an actual like one-time really massive fucking event. What it sounds like is they're going to trot him out on the field to flip the fucking coin, put him up in the booth, and then pull us along on a string until till they retire his number, or they put his fucking gold cleats up there in Foxborough, or whatever. He gets the red jacket. They're just going to keep pulling the string with the whole goddamn Brady thing. And I don't want that. I want him to be Larry Bird. It's like, retire, get your number. I don't want to fucking see you again.
Yeah,
Come back in 10 years, like when they win the Super Bowl or something.
I disagree with both of you because, man, there is nothing to look forward to with this team.
You're such an asshole.
No, I'm not such an asshole. How do you not fucking bring this guy in? He's God. He was God. Every guy in New England.
What do you want to do? You want to live in the past? You want to live in
the
fake past?
Ray, do you understand that Tom Brady does not give a fuck about you? Okay,
and
he
I
doesn't
don't care, Bobby. I don't care.
Fuck.
I don't care.
First of all,
seeing him come back,
if he found out about you, he would literally throw up in his mouth a little bit. Okay?
No, he wouldn't. Hold on. No,
I guarantee that he would.
No, he would look at him. He would look at him as a cash cow for pliability and supplements.
First of all, he'd look at that Bud Light and he'd be like, "What a queer."
He would not let me on his supplement routine because it would fail miserably with me on it.
I don't want to do the whole Brady thing. I want to be better than that. I want them to be better than that. And honestly, I think they will. I think the team will be more interesting this year than Tom Brady coming back to Gillette to wave his hand. Like,
what's interesting is watching football games, not watching retired players walk around and talk about what happened.
It's gonna be 5 minutes of past euphoria.
Yeah, keep talking.
And
keep going. Hold on, keep going. What else? What else is it gonna show?
Here's something to remember. How close was Randy Moss to catching that ball in 2007? Did it go down?
No.
Did it go down?
No.
There you go. There's some of those memories too.
Exactly.
Some of those are all mixed in there as well.
Wes Welker, douchebag.
Yeah,
you know who won't be there? Giselle, that fucking whore. Yeah.
Yeah, you won that one, Ray.
Maybe she just shows up. She just parachutes in, just come down the whole way, just like that to Brady.
My husband cannot accept this approach by himself.
Yeah. The jiu-jitsu instructors like contorted around her the whole time.
Yeah. With his D firmly inserted. Let's switch gears here. Speaking of inserted, Billy O'Brien is inserting his tough guy, strong-willed. But Bill O'Brien, I think, do people forget what Bill O'Brien was? Bill O'Brien was kind of an asshole. Bill O'Brien is a strong-willed football coach. And it seems like by all reports, that's what he's trying to come and instill again within the Patriots offense. The latest report was around the wide receiving core, and they had a little lackadaisical under Patricia. Go figure. There was not a lot of attention to detail, if you would. And O'Brien's quote was, "If you can't do it right, you're going to be sitting next to my ass on the sideline." Your thoughts? We haven't talked a lot about O'Brien coming in. Just your thoughts on that kind of quote and what he's going to bring to this offense.
Go ahead, Bobby Bukaki, because you're the college football expert.
Well, I assume, I mean, two of the receivers that played primary roles were already gone, and Myers and Aguilar, and obviously they had a part in this. He could be talking to Kendrick Bourne because obviously he was relatively sloppy last year. Tyquan was a rookie, and Juju Smith-Schuster, Devontae Parker. Well, Juju Smith-Schuster wasn't here. Devontae Parker, I don't know if that was his problem or not, but pretty much he's probably, I don't know if he's also backing up Belichick and saying, well, it wasn't exactly the plays. The players were fucking up. So I don't know if that's what that was too. But either way, he's just laying he's setting a new foundation, saying we're going to do things exactly how I say them, or there's going to be repercussions. But I mean, I'm sure Patricia said that too. So it's just normal coach speak.
I don't think Patricia did say it.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
I bet you didn't. I think Patricia walked in with his eyes closed, not knowing what the fuck he was doing, and just basically was asking for help. But anyway, that's beside that. I have a nugget that I want to go off of what you just said, Ray, Bobby. But Ray, do you have any thoughts on Billy O'Brien putting his foot down here with the new offense?
I've seen it. It's a thing as old as time. Good cop, bad cop. Good cop, Bill Belichick. Bad cop, Billy O'Brien. Man,
Belichick's not good cop, you stupid bastard.
He's
What
he's
the
changed,
hell
man.
are you talking about?
He's changed.
You stupid bastard.
You know that Bill Belichick has changed his ways. He's not the same coach as he was in that 20-year run. He's the more of a trying to take.
He's
the
literally the
approach.
exact same fucking person. He does the exact
He might be
same
worse.
shit.
He might be worse.
I think he's
Can
letting I think he's letting the
signed
coordinator
like
do
8
it.
guys that only play special teams.
Can I give you a real good cop backup? Belichick is the bad cop here. And this goes into a little bit of chess first checkers for you Belichick Bobos, Ray. Listen up. Let's see if the table rises on this. Immediately after the draft, first press conference, first press outing after the draft, Bill Belichick went out there and for the first time in months, almost a year, actually mentioned Mac Jones's name when asked about him. In a pretty shitty way. He said, look, he's been our quarterback and he's not our quarterback. We'll see how it goes, basically. But he said Mac's our quarterback, hasn't mentioned his name for months. And a lot of the scuttlebutt around the beat guys from the Patriots is Bill Belichick was trying to circle the wagons around the league, trying to get them to think that he was going to trade Mac Jones or draft a quarterback within the in the NFL draft. In doing so, fuck with the heads of the teams around him and who they drafted and what they were going to do. And I'll just piggyback on the O'Brien thing. Are they now, after a several month-long slog of dragging Mac through the mud, pumping his tires a little bit, with O'Brien saying, look, the wide receivers were trash last year. It wasn't Mac's fault. It wasn't the coaching fault. But we're going to come in here and we're going to do things right now. And Mac's on the same board, the same page. And yeah, we can say his name because now he's our quarterback. Chess versus checkers. Just saying.
Nothing raised on me. Feels like 98 all over again.
98.
That's when it was.
Bledsoe didn't do anything for you in 98 either? Nope. No. Okay. That's all I have for the mailbag. You guys got anything else on the top of your heads on the Patriots side of things?
What a yucky schedule, real quick, Bobby. Sorry, the schedule came out yucky. I'm not for it. No real.
Elaborate a little more.
It just
Bob.
seems like it's
for the
like,
schedule.
It's just a very bland schedule. Not really anything that you could circle and be like, oh, this is gonna be a good game. It's just meh.
It's the NFC East.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's the NFC East, and you finished third, so you have third place teams across the other divisions that you're playing.
Yeah, just say meh.
I'll say, Matt, when I looked at the schedule, and I didn't get the full schedule, but you got the home and aways.
Yeah.
I found 10 wins. Fairly easy. You want to do it?
Next show.
Okay. We'll do it
We
next
can
show.
do it now. We can do it today. Perfect. I'll get my ledger. You
The
fucking
ledger.
You strike this new show up and let's fucking do it. I have the schedule right here.
Okay. When we come back, we're going to do an impromptu Patriots schedule wins-loss for the first time. We're going to do this multiple times. It's going to be like the mock draft from Todd
Yeah, and
McShay.
there'll be multiple. There'll be so many different records.
Yeah, be a lot of different records. This will be the first of the bunch, but we'll be right back with the schedule. Okay.
Let's get that schedule.
Do you have the schedule, Raymond?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And it's not all released. It's just home and away.
No, it's all released.
No, it's all out now.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
8:00 they came out. So
Okay.
I have every week going forward. So
Go ahead. All right. Majority rules.
Majority
I'm
can rule.
sure I'm going to come out of this on the losing end with you pessimistic fucks. And no faith in my boy Mac, but we'll see how it goes. It'll be the first time. It'll be the first time of our Todd McShay mock draft schedule.
This is 1.0.
1.0.
All right.
Many point ohs.
I'm going to keep track of all of ours so then we can actually go by when the season plays out and see who actually was most correct, which will probably be me or Bobby. But anyways,
Great.
week 1, at home, Philadelphia Eagles.
It's a loss.
That's a loss.
Loss.
Week 2, home against Miami.
I'm gonna go with a win.
Win.
I'm gonna go loss. All right. So that's that. Week
Can I just
3.
give you my? They're going to split against Miami. So whether that's a win.
No,
or
you can't foreshadow. No, shut the fuck up. We'll get there. Week 3 at New York Jets.
Win.
I go win.
I go win. That's their first win of the season, I think, right there. Week 3.
Cool.
Week 4 at Dallas.
Win.
Loss.
I go win.
Thank you, Raymond.
Yes, sir. Week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against New Orleans.
Win.
At
Win.
home. At home. Yep. Win. Nice job, boys. Week 6, Vegas.
Win.
At Vegas.
Win.
Win.
Loss. Wow.
Daniel's arrow is pointing down, my friend. Jimmy Garoppolo could suck a dick. He'll be hurt.
All
Sorry,
right.
no projecting.
Week 7 against Buffalo at home.
Loss.
Loss.
Very good. Week 8 at Miami.
Loss.
Loss.
They're splitting it. Loss. They're not going to beat Miami. 2 isn't defeated against the Patriots. Week 9 at Washington.
Win.
Oh, no, versus Washington. At
Win.
home.
Oh, Washington's at home
No, we're at home.
Patriots home.
against the Commanders. Damn.
Yeah.
Who's going to fight you guys down for a real shindig?
Oh, that's very nice of you. Maybe we can come down for another game.
No thanks.
Week 10 in Germany against the Colts.
Woo! Win.
Win.
Colts don't travel well.
Win, especially overseas. Week 11, bye week. Week 12, at New York Giants.
Win.
Win.
Loss.
Big Daniel Jones fan over there.
I just think they have the better offense.
They might come out with, based on what we're doing right now, they might get 13 wins out of this exercise.
I think I have them at 7-4 right now.
Week 13, versus the Chargers at home.
Win.
That's a loss.
That's a loss.
Belichick owns that fucking ass. Belichick owns that ass. How many times did they beat him? How many times?
I don't know. A lot. Week 14 at the Steelers.
This is actually the only question mark I have. I'm gonna go win. I don't have a lot of confidence in the gloved hero over there in Pickett.
Small hands, Pickett.
Yeah, I
going
feel
win.
like this could be a game that actually decides on if they make the playoffs or not. Now that I go through it, and I say win.
I go win. Week, where are we? 15. Against the Chiefs at home.
Loss.
Fat L.
Loss. They're not gonna win that game.
Week 16 against at Denver.
Big fat loss.
Ooh, I'm gonna go win.
Woo, win. I'm going win as well.
I'm gonna win against old fat ass Russell Wilson. Probably won't even be in at that point.
Week 16 against 17 against the Bills at Buffalo.
Loss.
That would be a loss.
And then they finish against the Jets at home.
Win.
Yeah, win.
Yeah, I got to win too. All right,
but that's like 12.
All right, talk amongst yourselves while I tally.
Well, Bobby was counting too. He also doesn't know.
I went to 9 and 8.
He doesn't understand the power of the ledger. No one else is allowed to keep track except for the ledger.
The ledger didn't keep track because now he has to count it up. So the ledger didn't do shit.
Well, this is the power of the ledger.
Hello. Oh,
he's got a real fucking Kenny Powers vibe going on with that with that
I
shirt,
know.
man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's gonna be a lot of blood, sweat, and magic. We're gonna get this fucking shit done.
Yeah,
you
this
still
schedule
counting?
isn't too bad. This schedule is not terrible.
There's
All
10.
right.
There's 10 wins on that.
All right,
You
so
can
They
find
absolutely
find
could.
10 wins.
I
And
have
that's
them
not even them winning a game they actually against a better team, which they haven't
Right.
done in
That's
3
just
years.
winning some. That's just winning the games that they could or should win.
That's
All
not
right.
including like splitting the Bills or happening to beat, a Chargers, a Chiefs, or somebody like that.
Two of the three of us are realists on this show. One of us is a delusional fuck. All right, I have them going 8 and 9. Bobby has them going 9 and 8, and someone, I'm not saying names, has them going fucking 12 and 5.
12 and 5 sounds good. What's the mean there?
What do you mean?
Well, what's 12 plus 9 plus 8 divided by 3?
12 plus 9 plus 8.
Hush now, Bobby. Hush
29.
now.
That's 9 wins. Well, a 9 point something. We round up 10.
Thank
I
you.
think it's
What's the over under for Vegas odds right now?
Got to be 7-6 or something.
7.5.
Gotta be.
7.5.
What? Is it 7.5? Ooh, slam the over, baby. Slam the over.
I would take the over of 7.5.
You have 7.5. Okay, we've done a lot of Patriots talk. It's not even football season, but just I'll just reiterate one more time with my Captain C of the Mac Jones Club. Do you forget what they were with Mac Jones as a rookie, and do you forget how delusional it was to bring Matt Patricia and Joe Judge in to coach offense in the NFL in 2022?
Pick me.
Raymond?
Are you living in the past, you delusional fuck?
No,
you want to trot out videos of Mac Jones from years ago and watch that bullshit? Huh? Was that going to make the table rise up on you, motherfucker? Huh? No. We live in the present. We don't fucking go back in time. We live in the present day. 12-5.
We'll be right back. There's a hidden rage in me that
Hidden?
It's not hidden.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
there's a suppressed rage in me.
Yeah, that's
there
better.
there is a handful of people that lights it on fire. Raymond is on top of the list.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the number
Thankfully,
one thing that does that is when he in any way insinuates that he knows something that you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Come on. I never do that.
Whether it's true or not.
All the time.
Well, and if it's actually true,
It's
then
worse. It's way worse.
Completely 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Infuriating.
You won't hear the end of it for a month.
I'm just to have the Sixers shot over 45% since
Very
game one.
close. 43.
And
43.
understood. Got it. Thank you. Luckily, I get to take it all out on your mother on Tuesday nights, so I get over it. Quick new segment here. New segment. We'll burn through this one pretty quick. A little fun segment here. Call it a trivia, but we're going to call it Did You Know? This would be relative to the common day, maybe some old trivia as well. Bring in some Are You Smarter Than a Trash Can type of questions from time to time, maybe. Let's just do this. Just a little fun, just to bring the tempers down, just to bring it down just a touch, okay? We'll start with this. Did you know the 2023 Patriots have signed a tight end named Blumpkin? And for those of you who are not familiar with the term, I would turn it over to WPB to just give us a quick synopsis of the definition of Blumpkin.
It is when one person is taking a shit while receiving fellatio.
Didn't Double G Burger get that at one point in Tennessee?
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't stop talking about it forever.
I wouldn't either.
Of the chocolate variety. Johnny Blumpkin, a.k.a. Johnny Lumpkin, from Louisiana, 6'6", 260 pounds. That's all I got. All I got on him is his real name is Lumpkin. He's only going to be known as Blumpkin, and he's probably not going to make the team. But
No,
probably there's no.
you made the Simple Mind Sports Show, Johnny. So good on you, baby. Did you know that the original Star Wars trilogy actor David Prowse played the body of Darth Vader, but he didn't know that his voice was going to be dubbed over by James Earl Jones until he saw the film, one of the ultimate cuck jobs in all of film history.
George Lucas, what a cunt.
Imagine being that guy. Just
here it comes, babe. Here it comes the reveal.
Yeah, he probably sounds like an asshole, right?
Bro. Or he probably talks like Bill.
So it's like the producers like heard his voice, and you're like, oh, this guy sounds like a dweeb.
Yeah.
Sound intimidating.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
I'm your father. You're a bitch, Dad. I got a couple more here. Did you know? Now this one's for you, Ray. Did you know?
I did know this.
You did know this?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
It's plumbing related.
These are plumbing facts.
Yeah.
I will always in this segment. I will always have a plumbing fact.
Oh, interesting.
You're welcome.
Don't give the answers. Just give me the question. See if I can answer it.
Oh, okay, but you know this one because you've already
Yeah, I
looked
did
at
know
it.
this one. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not it would be true trivia. It wouldn't be a did you know? And we're doing this for the people, not for you. So
Yeah,
one,
of
just
course.
stop being so fucking selfish.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you know the flushing toilet was invented by John Harrington in 1596, which is where we get the nickname, quote, the John, if you're sitting on the John. We also call the toilet the crapper because Thomas Crapper, who widely increased the popularity of it. Unclear how, but he did. So there you go. John Harrington and Thomas Crapper. And
What
lastly,
had to do to increase the popularity of a toilet? I mean, what was the more popular option that the toilet wasn't popular on its own?
this is a good question, and maybe you know what?
The
Maybe
Black
we'll
Plague
have-
was caused by not having a toilet because people would throw their feces out in the streets, and that's how the Black Plague came about.
That was actually caused by mice and squirrels. You can check out a little podcast called That's Debatable to learn more about that. You can find it
Oh.
on Apple and wherever you get your podcast.
Oh, interesting.
Last, did you know? We'll bring it back to the sports here in the Red Sox. Our next quick segment. Tom Yawkey was not only a racist, but he was also a cheap dick. According to legend, the Red Sox owner was walking down Lansdowne Street in downtown Boston when he noticed that all of the restaurants and bars lined along the street had an unobscured view of the ballpark. Determined not to let anyone watch the Red Sox for free, Tom Yawkey ordered the construction of the wall tall enough to stop passerbyers from stealing a peek at the game, and now you have the Green Monster, in which they have put seats for upwards of $400 a piece, and the cuntyism continues to grow.
Dollar bills, y'all.
That was fun. Okay, real quick, we're gonna do a Red Sox segment right after this. We'll be right back.
Bobby, get a warm glass of milk, nice little shuffle, and take a nap.
This is actually going to go very quickly.
Excellent.
Here's the question: are the Red Sox good?
Mm.
You must be at least pleasantly surprised. Based off of your meltdowns.
I haven't.
Or are you actually angry that they're winning games? You're fucking
I'm a
angry
little
they're
bit
winning
angry
games.
I'm a little bit angry that it's actually
I know you
working.
are, because you wouldn't fucking. Yeah, I knew you are.
I'm a little bit angry that things are actually working, and the youth movement are starting to actually. Here's what actually is a positive sign. The youth movement is actually starting to contribute a bit. Cassis is hit a big home run against the Braves. I mean, they just beat the Braves two games against the Braves at least. It was the best team in the NL. You know, they had an 8-9 game winning streak before that, beating legitimate competition. 4-game sweep against the Blue Jays, which was, you know, nobody saw that coming except for me, because Toronto's a fucking loser town. You can never count on the goddamn Blue Jays. Look at the Maple Leafs. So you got Brian Bayo, who went 6 innings strong against the Braves. Cassis had a big hit. Matsuzaka had a master hitting streak. He's over 300. Jaron fucking Duran switched his hips or whatever the fuck he did, and now he can hit all of a sudden, and the rest of his athletic ability is coming into play. So yeah, you've got, and Verdugo has, I don't know, 4 walk-off hits or home runs already this year, which is crazy. And Devers is being Devers. So it's a little frustrating, but if this was the plan, then I'm okay with that as being the plan. My frustration with Chaim Bloom the whole time was, if your plan is a youth movement, show me your youth. And up until now, it is not transpired. But it looks like maybe they're trying to turn a corner. Baseball's a long season. This is a short sample size. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Speaking of keeping it up, turn around.
Yeah. Has a lead been diminished, Ray?
Yeah, it's 62-60 now.
Yeah, I've seen that. A couple more Red Sox notes. Kenley Jansen picked up his 400th save for the Red Sox. Snaps. That's it. It's a completely unproven team outside of the veterans, who are either old or themselves really wildly inconsistent. Kiki Hernandez, comes to mind. or Turner, on the old side of things. Kenley Jansen himself is pitching well, but like it's a long fucking season. You got to prove it the whole time, and you have to hold up the whole time. Starting pitching will always continue to be a question mark. They just brought James Paxton back, who hasn't pitched in 3 years. Chris Sale is up and down after not pitching for several years. I don't know. I'm still just like, I don't know. Continue to prove it to me. Continue to prove it to me. And wouldn't it be nice? They're doing this all still without a major league shortstop on the roster. Wouldn't it be nice to have Xander Bogaerts 285, double-digit home runs?
Isn't he on a hit streak himself over there in
he's playing pretty well.
San Diego?
He's playing pretty well. Instead of Trevor Story, he's fucking about. Fucking about with his stupid dead arm.
Weird.
I knew I could drag that segment down. I knew I could do it. Afternoon delight and a would you rather, and then a simplest minds of the week to end the show.
Sky rockets in flight. Woo! Afternoon delight. Whoop.
You guys have it, I think.
Afternoon delight.
I don't know, Ron. That sounds kind of crazy.
Okay, Rhett, you've got some would you rather for the back end of this, Raymond? Okay. Here's some sports ones for you. I'll bring you. Would you rather, and I'll explain this one a little further right after. Would you rather be a fan of Larry Bird during the big three, mid to late 80s, in his prime, 3 championships, in your prime, whatever you consider that to be a partying prime, or witness what basically we witnessed basically in our prime in the Tom Brady greatness? Would you rather be in Boston in the mid to late 80s, in your 20s, without a care in the world, watching the Celtics kick ass against the Lakers, or essentially what we did with Brady?
What we did with Brady.
Yeah.
No hesitation.
I think I'm taking Larry Bird.
Why? Why is that?
Because the 80s were a reckless, fucking ruthless time.
You just want to go back there and be able to say whatever the fuck you want, and
Yeah.
do whatever you
Yes.
want. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with Larry Bird. It's just about you fucking running wild, doing whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. Pay attention to the question. Imagine being 22
wasn't
in the
a
mid
sports
80s
question.
and fucking and Larry Bird is like, the Celtics are kicking ass and you're just soaking it all in. Tickets are $7 or whatever. Like you just that would be an amazing time.
Well, yeah, whatever job you made $3 an hour. Okay, so
don't you undervalue my ability to sell my body at that age?
Fine, you're at double the minimum wage at 6.
Well, there's a ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Sneak my way in. Would you rather be a backup quarterback, Brian Hoyer-ish, or this
Axel.
is a sports career, or Axel, thank you, or a middle reliever? Arthur Rhodes comes to mind, and nobody knows who Arthur Rhodes is, which is perfect for this question because nobody knows who middle relievers are. But he pitched for 20 years, 900 games, 4.0 ERA, made however many millions of dollars he did. Backup quarterback for a long longevity, or middle reliever?
Backup quarterback.
Yeah, backup QB.
I don't have to do shit. I don't have to get hit. Hang out with the guys, still be part of a team. You have that camaraderie and all that bullshit. Yeah, fuck that.
Basically, being a middle reliever is you just sit in the summer in like a hot fucking dugout and then have to deal with all these other middle relievers who you sit there and talk to them and hear about their day. Fuck that.
Spoken by true non-baseball people. Do you know what middle relievers do? They get drunk, eat whatever the fuck they want, do whatever they want, don't work for 4 out of 7 days of the week.
I'm not going to pitch for another 4 days.
For 20 years. And they collect.
He pitched 1,000 innings, almost 1,200 innings?
He pitched 900 games. He pitched 1,000 innings over 20 years. Do that math. Grammar guru.
Or be a backup quarterback and come in only once.
Oh yeah, no, be a backup quarterback and have to contribute and have to partake in all of the training, all of the mini camps, all of the conditioning, all of the weightlifting, all of the film sessions. You have to sit behind
Tom Brady's pussy that he doesn't want.
Bitch, Mac
fucking
Jones,
hang out with go to the
to
Kentucky Derby, going on a private plane. Hanging
Brian
out with
Hoyer's
all these
never
guys.
been to the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, I bet he has.
Ryan Mallett's ever been in the Kentucky Derby. Those guys don't get invited. They're not catching touchdowns. They're
You know
soaking up
you-
jock sweat.
You
Give me
could
the
go
middle
to a
reliever
bar
all
and
day.
I
say,
wonder if
I'm
they
a
saw that guy
quarterback
get his
of
eyeball
Tom
scooped.
Brady. Ew, that was gross.
Dude, that was gross. That,
What was that?
that fight video from the Kentucky Derby was nasty.
Like,
His eye was
literally,
out.
It did look like his eye was scooped out.
Mhm.
And then why did the girl get mad? First, the girl was with the other guy, but then she wanted to fight him.
Well,
What
girls
happened
are
there?
girls are confusing. They are a confusing species.
Yucky. Also yucky.
Oh, yeah, yucky too. All right, Celtics have lost the lead. It's now 63-62. Ray, why don't you turn it over to your would you rather's?
Would you rather have half your teeth or half your hair?
Well, I already have half my hair, so I'll go with that.
It was actually going to Bobby because you don't count.
Would
on
I
this.
rather
Got it.
have half my teeth or half my hair? So yeah, then I'll just shave the beard. That's half the hair. I'll keep the teeth.
Nope, you have
He's
to.
always
No,
finding a fucking loophole.
I'd go half hair anyway. So yeah.
That's
Shut
an
up.
easy
And I
one.
could shave some other hair off my body. So in total, half the hair is gone.
Would you rather never get fat from eating ever again, or never have to pay for any alcohol again?
Oh, never get fat.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bobby.
Well, I can control myself not getting fat, so I just won't pay for the beer.
Such a cunt.
Would you rather watch your dad have sex with a 100-year-old man,
Yes.
or watch your mom kill someone?
Sex. Easy. Easy.
Who is she killing?
Someone. Only
Who
someone.
is she killing? What do you mean?
Only someone. Only someone.
Okay, so you can pick like an Osama bin Laden, and
Is
have
it a
all of,
justified
all of the
homicide?
all of the
No,
nation
Bobby
behind
probably
you.
would. Yeah, Bobby would probably go that route. I'd go for that bully back in the day, and say, "Hey, take care of him, mom."
Yeah. Can my mom kill? I watch.
Yes, yes, she could. See,
Speaking of bullies,
this isn't really
Jesus, you have more.
one more. You are granted the ability to time travel and visit your past self. You are
God,
only
you
allowed
the
to
fucking
speak
time traveling man.
10 words to your past self. What year do you go to, and what do you say? Easy.
This is
98, 98, get hard.
That's only
probably
two
what
words,
happened, which
though.
increased all the pressure and then led to the event.
Ooh. Ooh. Bobby fucking Vine over here. Look at that guy. Big brain. Big brain.
This is too hard to come up with on the spot.
Yeah. Clearly, you prepared that
Boom.
answer.
No, I saw that. I instantly, boom, thought of that.
I'd go back to 2005, and I would tell myself to tell Bobby to tell me to incorporate the card game balls so that we could sell it and finally have enough money to do the things we want to do.
Then I would go back after that happened. I'd go back to 2005 and then tell myself to tell Rich to tell me to steal the idea so I get all the money for myself.
God, this guy's big brain over here.
I think I would have that. I would think of that, and I would add a little something in to the previous conversation. And go, just be careful.
He's a bit of a dick.
He's slimy. You got any more?
I think that's all of them.
Okay.
Oh,
good.
no. One
Oh,
more.
I just thought of one off the cusp from the text exchange. Would you rather have a baby and have to take care of this baby at age 18 or 80?
80. Fucking 80.
Yeah.
How much money do I have?
Who gives a shit? You're 80. No one expects anything from you.
Okay.
You can do nothing. You can just pretend to be a baby.
Or you could be 18 and be like, I gotta get milk and cigarettes. I'll be back.
Okay, yeah, but then now you live the rest of your life with that on your shoulders. At 80, you don't give a shit.
True.
No
Look how
fucking-
bad Bill's aged over the years.
Real bad.
Real
Just
bad.
because of a couple kids that aren't even his.
Mhm.
Way worse than Pussy and Ash. I mean, he was going downhill fast anyway, just from the real terrible lifestyle choices.
Well,
but
it's gonna be like a
then he
drug
like
and- yeah.
inherited some kids and got worse.
Well, he sold Queen's Landing. That's what happens.
Yep. Karma. Okay. Simplest minds of the week right after this.
Are you stupid or something? Mama says stupid as stupid does.
Ray, this one's for you. Right off the bat, your opening take. The Republic of Dagestan lands on the list for arresting Hezbollah. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Say the king's name right. It's Hezbollah, you son of a bitch, not Hezbollah.
Who is that little dweeb?
Hezbollah is a internet star. He speaks zero English. He has a pet cat. He's Muslim, refuses to take pictures with women. He is like, I don't know. He's just one of these guys that you just see and you're just like, I want to be like him. His big fame got into UFC. I don't know where.
I want to be like him.
Why would you want to be like him?
He's very kickable.
Oh, fuck you.
So what is he a little person?
He has some sort of disease. I don't know what the disease is, but he's like 20.
Midget?
Is he 20? I think he's 20 now.
Midget disease? Is that a disease?
Yeah. No, Ray, I don't know what what are you skirting around? It's a Simple Mind sports show. Let's just use words that people understand. He is a little person, aka midget or dwarfism, whatever it is. However that is defined at this time.
Not just actually in heading?
No, it's not dwarfism. It's not. It's
Russian.
something else. Keep talking. I'm going to find out.
No, I don't care. Nobody cares. He's very kickable. I don't know why he's popular. But for Ray to
fucking assholes like Ray.
Yeah, for Ray to aspire to be like him makes all the sense in the world.
He has a rare genetic condition.
Fine, whatever. The Republic of Dagestan arrested him for doing burnouts in the street or something and shutting the city down.
What do you think my wife's first question was when I told her that Hezbollah got arrested for driving like that?
Who's Hezbollah?
Nope. She said, how does he reach the pedals?
Oh, see, we're not the only insensitive fucks on the planet.
Never mind.
Speaking of insensitive fucks, the Kentucky Derby killed 9 horses. So that's a record, pretty sure.
All in the same weekender? Or on Saturday?
Yes. It was all within the training regimen of the Kentucky Derby. 3 died from injury from training. Like they break their legs and then just kill them. And then there was a couple more that were under mysterious deaths.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one. That was 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just off in horses. There's got to be a 30 for 30 or some kind of documentary revolving around the horse racing trade. Because
there is with that guy. There is one. Search it on Hulu tonight. It's the guy. He got suspended. I forgot what he was doing. Keep talking.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm a pussy, but I feel like it would be really hard to kill a horse. They're like such majestic beasts.
You just looking at that dick? Is that what you're doing?
You got big dicks. They definitely got big dicks.
Huge dicks. That guy.
You'd be doing them a favor. They have a broken leg. They literally can't do anything.
Oh, it's
yeah, but you're the reason they have a broken leg.
Well, that's the problem.
How did you break the leg?
By making them too hard. Run in this
it's like
race.
if I dragged you down and made you run a half a mile.
I would do it.
Exactly.
And then you put me down either way.
You were going up a hill and your knee buckled, and I was like, "That's it, buddy."
Exactly.
No.
What am I supposed to do?
Because I'm trying to cross the street because it's a red light, and it's telling me not to cross.
I'm going to take some iron shoes, and I'm going to clamp them on your foot, and then I'm going to put a saddle on, and then I'm going to take Hezbollah, and I'm going to strap him on your chest and make him run around on you.
Hezbollah. Ray, next time we're walking down a city street and you roll your fucking fat ankles on an uneven curve, I'm gonna take a sip of my beer and shoot you in the face and consider yourself lucky
with your concealed weapon you got from John Moran.
Yeah,
it's only happened twice since we've been hanging.
I'm gonna find John's city stash.
I jumped off the fucking side where the Washington Monument was. And I sprained my ankle. And I'm sorry.
Fat ankle. Okay, last one. I would just like to put Rob. You've already really mentioned Robert De Niro is having a kid at age 79. So, kudos to you,
what's
Robert.
More impressive, isn't the woman 64?
I don't know. I actually didn't dive too deep into.
Yeah, I didn't care less about the woman. I was scared about Rob.
That seems impossible.
How is this woman having a child?
Robert De Niro's baby mama.
Well,
Well, I know what I'm going to be doing tonight.
Mama.
Grace?
Tiffany Chen.
Oh, Tiffany Chen. Age? No. Oh. Uh-oh.
This is 7th after it's 50. I don't know.
You're saying she's 45 or 46 years old.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, even still, well done.
yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
He nailed that skank.
God. Well, how do you react? You're 79. Just like,
Just
Whatever.
pretend you have dementia.
He's literally going to see that child on holidays only,
he's got to pick a religion.
Who's
first.
saying that?
and probably the non-important holidays.
Who's
Birthday,
saying that he was in
Boxer Day.
financial troubles?
Bill.
Was that Bill? I didn't know if that was one of you.
Can't be trusted.
No.
All right, boys. Full show there tonight. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday Rewind, May 12th. The Celtics have blown their multi-digit lead. They are now losing going into the fourth quarter. So
Next week on the show, load up.
next week on the show, how to get rid of Joe Mazzulla and who to replace him.
Exactly.
Yeah. See you next week. Bye-bye.
And why is he coaching in Houston? Bye-bye.
Ime will bring him on as his assistant again.
Who cares? Some tits. I got tits. You got tits. We all got tits.
True that.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something floating side of side. I got something on my mind.
Marty! You've got to come back with me! Where? Back to the future!
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Bobby.
How are we?
Richard.
Wow, look at that collar.
He's the only man drinking Bud Light, though.
Are you a man if you drink Bud Light?
I could give two fucks. I was at the golf course yesterday, and people
Are
were
still
like,
in college.
people were like, "Oh, you're fucking drinking Bud Light, you traitor." I'm like, I don't fucking.
I got
care.
in a very similar situation at a wedding I was at recently, and it was the end of the night. People had been drinking, and first of all, so at this wedding there was 3 beers on tap. One of them was a milk stout, the other one was
Gross.
Shock Top, and one of them was Bud Light. Pretty. You're gonna drink all night. You just go with the Jesus
Easy beer.
nectar.
Yeah, of course.
Towards the end of it, yeah, I got kind of some similar shit. So you've been drinking Bud Light, huh? What are you, some kind of fucking fag? Like, Jesus, man. Like, first of
Sometimes
all,
sit down to pee. I don't
you're a
care.
fucking bigot. Second of all, who gives a shit?
I enjoy.
Third of all, what the fuck was Bud Light thinking? What a dumbass goddamn fucking move for them.
It was a poor decision in retrospect.
What do you think? And then they backtrack. I was just having this conversation with our customer service liaison, amorello4@gmail.com. Like, if you're gonna do that, then double down on it. Like, and go for the whole transfer.
Yeah, just keep going with it.
Yes.
Instead,
Change
they
the colors, everything. Do it.
Instead, they
Fucking go
backed
big.
off. Now everybody hates them.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Whatever.
Well,
Still
this
tastes,
show clearly
still tastes
stands
good to me.
behind
I
him.
don't care.
Yeah, clearly.
There's
like,
been
it
two
clearly doesn't bother
resounding
us.
pro Bud Light takes right off the bat, so I don't know if we can leverage that. Okay.
Yeah, well, welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show, where nothing really. It takes a lot to you get all the way in there. We're working on the service level for most things here.
Huh. Whatever.
We don't, but also, most importantly, we don't do politics on the show. So, there you go, Raymond. Big event. Let's see. You got the. It's nice that you have the collar on, so you're signifying an important event, but also it's short sleeve. So you
Wait, pit stains I had today? It was in a fucking church. I was hot. I was sweating.
they let you in a church.
Yeah.
You didn't combust.
Wow. I did. I was like, at one point, I had a fart so bad, like I'm like, and looking around me, I'm like, How far can I
That
make
guy
this
fart in
go?
church. Haven't heard that before.
Yeah, I wonder how far I can make this thing rumble. See who looks at me.
The acoustics in those places is pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good. Okay,
and
well,
I thought of Bobby as well at this thing.
You were thinking of me in church?
A lot of Indians there.
you had a Native American seance in a church?
Oh no, it wasn't Native Americans. It was the Indians, the one with the.
Oh, I see. Oh, so you're confusing and combining.
How dare you?
Yeah, got it. So yeah, we've gone full Simple Minds right from the get go on this cold open. So why do you say we start the show? The Simple Minds Sports Show, the latest and greatest in New England sports.